A raw, damp Friday here in Keene, but we're going to play baseball today. 2 games, in fact, as the Keene State Owls get set to take on the UMass-Boston Beacons. Good afternoon and welcome back to Keene State Owls baseball. Ryan Goodwin, JJ LeBlanc, and Cody Hood here with you. Things have not been real kind, though, lately to the Owls. They're a team that feels like they're in desperate need of a win or two, dropping 4 in a row going back to last week. And JJ, what probably hurt the most was a non-competitive conference loss on Wednesday to Eastern Connecticut State.
Yeah, Keene State, of course, they were supposed to play that game here at home on Tuesday, but ended up going south to play it due to the weather earlier this week. Weather's kind of been a big factor this year for the Owls. As you said, it was not a performance they were looking for. It was a 12-7 loss. Things started decent for him. Tommy Ehlers had a couple RBIs early to get the Owls a lead. Then Jonathan Chatfield added his club-leading 5th homer of the year. But the pitching wasn't nearly good enough, and unfortunately, that has been somewhat of a theme for the first half of the season as the Owls have fallen to 1-2 in the LEC.
Yeah, and of course, a couple opportunities for Keene State today to improve their conference record. But as you said, JJ, this won't be an easy task. They got a red-hot Beacons team coming into this one. It's 17-8 overall and 6-1 in the LEC. That's up there right now with Eastern Connecticut State. And perhaps more importantly, the Owls haven't beaten them in a game since 2014. Yeah,
for lack of a better term, it's been bad, and things definitely don't get any easier today. It is a formidable lineup to deal with, and has been over the last few seasons especially. The Beacons actually haven't been doing most of their damage at the long ball, but gotten a lot of extra base hits. 53 doubles as a team coming into the day, and on top of that, they've just been a very good hitting team. They have 4 or 5 players hitting well above 300 right now, including Richard Williams, who's up over 400, and at the moment with a 975 OPS. Much like Tommy Ehlers on Keene State, it's also a team that is all too familiar with their winning streak right now over the Owls, and they will want to keep that misery going for at least the rest of this year.
Yeah, it should be an exciting couple of games here today from the Owl Athletic Complex. Will Keene State finally end their 4-game skid and get a win as well over UMass-Boston, or will the Beacons continue the Owls' unfortunate streak for at least another year? Find out next after a quick break on the New Hampshire National Guard Owls Media Network.
We are Keene State. Here, we believe that everyone is welcome and anything is possible.
We're empowering your unique voice.
Igniting potential and possibility.
Look closer. We are a tight-knit community, an inclusive community, where people can be their true selves. Bring your ability, background, culture, or traditions, whatever makes you you.
Because Keene State becomes home from day one. Come find your people and enjoy live music, art, coffee, thrifting, and did we mention the food? And if you're worried about what there is to do on the weekend, just look at this.
Everything we do here is about community.
Because we're a community of intense learners
with extraordinary hearts
that raise each other up.
We are fueled by each other's successes,
learning outside the classroom as well as in.
And we're here to provide the guidance and support you need to succeed.
All right, let's get hands-on.
In the lab.
In the studio.
In the pool.
On the dance floor.
On the stage.
The choices are yours, the opportunities are here.
Here at Keene State College, we're focused on teaching students the skills for an ever-changing world.
I'm ready to tackle problems with industry-ready skills.
You'll get a resume that writes itself, and
a paycheck that earns.
Elevated confidence.
World-class courage.
And we never stop learning.
True learning takes collaboration.
We explore what drives our passions.
Celebrate our individual voices.
And spark possibility together.
Every single student, every single day.
You already have what it takes. Welcome to Keene State.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/nh.
We are back, about ready to get action underway, but first let's have Cody take us through the UMass-Boston Beacons lineup.
Starting first for the UMass-Boston lineup, batting first, Mariano Jimenez, right field. Second off the bat, Boston Burris, third base. Up third, Richard Williams, left field. On fourth, Mike Meager, catcher. Number 5, Elliot Miles, shortstop. Number 6, Brandon Geyer, DH. 7, Jacob Pearson, first base. Number 8, Nick Parnas, second base. And then the number 9 batter, Breon Harper, center field. And then for the starting pitcher for UMass-Boston is Max Moss.
And we're going to follow that up with Keene State's lineups. Number 1, Evan Calley, center field. Number 2, Evan McHugh, third base. Number 3, Tommy Ehlers, center field. Number 4, Jonathan Chatfield, first base. Number 5, Shea Zena, left field. Number 6, Ethan Reyna, right field. Number 7, Otis Fillet, shortstop. Number 8, Alec Verano, DH. And number 9, Luke Anderson, second base. And the starting pitcher will be Jake Yakum as we get the game going. And that's a
pop up toward the right field side and out of play for strike one. So Yakum gets ahead quickly. Yakum coming in, 5 ERA, 1-1 on the year. 11 strikeouts to 2 walks, so he will not walk a lot of guys. But the key for him is always that light contact in the air to center. Ehlers will get under it and make the catch for out number 1.
Great catch. And I had actually had a chance to talk to Shea Zena yesterday about some of the pitchers that we were going to see today in the doubleheader. He was talking about Yakum. Talked about he has a really good off-speed pitch. He has a changeup in his arsenal as well as a curveball mix. So there'll be some things that we expect to see from him today as we get on to the second hitter.
Yeah, Boston Burris steps in, aptly named for the UMass-Boston Beacons.
His name is Boston?
Yep.
His name is Boston.
That's
correct.
Sick, with the Y.
He looks at a strike.
How much do you think it goes into this game where these guys really care about that win streak that they have against Keene State?
Oh, they care about it 100%. They are dying to keep this thing going.
Burris hits that one in the air to right. Reyna camped under it. Will make the catch for out number 2. So quickly 2 up, 2 down now for Jake Yakum. And here is the man that we mentioned in the pregame for the Beacons, Richard Williams.
No, go ahead, Ryan. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, go ahead. A grad student out of Georgetown, Mass. Went to St. John's Prep. He grounds one to third, and this could be a very fast inning for Yakum. On to first. Nice scoop there by Chatfield, and it's 3 up, 3 down in the first. Head to the bottom half of the inning. No score on the Owls Media Network.
Looking for a new car? It's time to visit New Car Nissan of Keene. 600 new Nissan cars, trucks, and SUVs are available right now. Plus, New Car Nissan of Keene has the most competitive prices. Every new Nissan comes with New Car's complimentary 20-year, 200,000-mile protection plan. Drive worry-free for many miles to come. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty on no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at fentondealerships.com.
Game 1 for the Beacons comes in at 2-1 with a 5.40 ERA. He has 23 strikeouts on the year to just 4 walks, so similar to Yakum, not a guy that pitches around a lot of hitters. Will go right after him.
It's going to be interesting this game to see how fast it kind of goes back and forth because both teams seem to be very jazzed up to start up the game. But throughout, like sooner or later, you just got to start playing baseball. You can't ride the high of the game just starting. So it'll be nice to see. Also, it'll be good for some of the Keene State guys to be able to see the kind of pitches he throws early.
Moss will get in his final warm-up tosses. He'll be greeted by Evan Cowley to lead things off in the catching spot for the Owls. Of course, the typical 1-2-3 part of the order. Cowley, McHugh, and Ehlers all due up for Keene State.
Yeah, Evan Cowley batting .315 to start off the year. Looked pretty good.
Yeah, he's looked really good, and certainly always a plus when you can have a catcher that can also kind of hit. Usually,
yeah, no, the start of the lineup.
yeah, not a common sight, certainly. But here he is. He stands in to lead things off. It was a very quick top half of the inning for UMass-Boston against Jake Yakum. A couple flyouts and a ground out.
The ideal start for Keene going into this long losing streak to UMass, but if they can keep that top inning going, they will have a very easy game. But in order to keep that going, they'll have to just keep attacking the hitters and not pitch around them. And strike one to Evan Cowley.
Yeah, he'll see the first one, but kind of on the outside.
Quickly behind now, 0-2. Owls, of course, in their 2025 home jerseys are just new this season.
Pinstripes, interesting. Honestly, not a bad look. Very classic, like a Yankee, but it's unique with the red and black.
As a Red Sox fan, I'll say White Sox. I'll say the black pinstripes.
But when you think of pinstripes, you think of Yankees more than White Sox.
That's true, yeah. Just outside. Cowley.
That one was pretty close.
Yeah,
that would have been a tough one to strike out looking.
Cowley with a look there at ball one. Now trying to battle back, down 1-2, and he's going to roll over this one to first.
Little dribbler.
Tap on the bag there is Jacob Levine for out number one. So 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of inning number one. Brings up Evan McHugh, also has had a very nice year.
Yeah, Evan McHugh, sorry to cut you off. I keep doing that.
Go ahead.
I just got these stats in front of me, batting .322 to start the year. Been looking pretty good as well. But I'll tell you this, as long as Keene State can just keep working the pitcher, they don't even need to. As long as you can keep getting foul balls, trying to force some walks off the pitcher, then you should be able to get some more pitches on him. And so far, Keene State, Yakum didn't really have to work that hard to get his 3 outs. And even that, again, if you're gonna get a strike, you might as well swing at it, get a foul ball going.
McHugh quickly finds himself down 0-2, much like Cowley. Will have to shorten up and battle back.
Just keep working the pitcher.
0-2 from Moss, and he gets him on 3 pitches. So McHugh is down swinging, and there's 2 away. Here's Tommy Ehlers. By far has been the Owls' best hitter this year.
Yeah, Ehlers so far this year has been absolutely racking it up. He's out doing 429.
That's impressive.
Impeccable, above 420.
429, 21 RBI. Looks at a strike. Owls trying to get something going against Moss here in the first.
Home plate umpire. Oh, and another strike. Calling a little bit on the inside, a little bit down today. Home plate, Mike Collier.
Naylor's down 0-2. Going to try to foul something off, keep alive, or try to put something in play and beat it out.
0-2, yep. Looks at a ball. Ehlers has been getting the power going at least recently the last few weeks. A few home runs there. He pops this one up. It's going to be over us. Onto the softball field. They'll have a game here starting at 2. They're still trying to put the finishing touches on the field. And Ehlers trying to fight his way back. Down 1-2. Moss looking for a 1-2-3 first. He fouls that off himself and will stay alive.
That's what I mean. If you keep working the pitcher, eventually he's going to throw something down on the inside, something that Ehlers is a little bit more used to. Be able to maybe get a nice hit off of it. But count is still at 1-2. And UMass-Boston's already thrown 13 pitches to start off the first inning.
1-2 from Moss, and he gets him swinging as well. So 2 strikeouts for Max Moss in the bottom of the first. We'll head to the second. No score on the Owls Media Network.
I remember writing in the 2nd grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
Welcome back to the top of the second, everybody. As we'll take a look at what's going on out there. Yakum gonna get back out there, start out again. I'll tell you what, guys. In the first inning, it looked pretty good. As long as, and you know what, Cody did say that as long as they can kind of keep that momentum going from the first inning, they got a shot. Had Moss pitch a lot more than Yakum did in the first inning, so you can keep working the pitcher. Maybe some fatigue will set in. These are college students, and hopefully Keene State may be able to get some runs off of them while defending their own.
Yeah, it feels like Keene State really has been awaiting a game where the offense kind of explodes. Now, they did score 7 a couple days ago over at Eastern Connecticut State, but those were also in the 9th inning when they got 3 of those runs, so they really were stuck kind of at 4 through most of the game. They also got ahead in that one 2-1. And Chatfield hit that home run as this one's going to be hit in the air to center. Ehlers going back on it. He will make the play, though, right in front of the warning track for out number 1.
This makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
Pitching 7 pitches through 2? That's
through 2 innings. Probably got the first out in the second inning. And I'll tell you what, home plate's calling a bunch of strikes that are kind of in it, like outside, far outside from the actual strike zone, and maybe it's just the way that he calls it, but as a team, you got to figure out what to do with stuff like that. It was just a good strike thrown by Yakum, but I'll tell you what, when you know that home plate's going to be calling strikes like that, you kind of got to adjust your game a little bit, and that goes for both sides.
Yeah, you have to become aggressive to the that's a
Miles
fly ball right
pops
to
this
line.
Pops it up, and Reyna coming in will make the catch for out number 2. So once again, a couple of quick outs here against Jake Yakum for UMass-Boston, and now it brings up the number 6 man, the DH, Brendan Geyer.
The outfield's been really doing their thing in this game for the start for Keene State. They've been ready, they've been willing, been able to catch some easy fly outs, but haven't seen that much from the infield yet to be able to see that ground out to third that got ended the first, but
first pitch to Geyer will miss for a ball.
Yeah, and if Yakum can keep trusting his defense and popping it up and grounding it out, he will have a very easy time getting through this game. And trusting your defense is key. And if
that's a great pitch.
And if he can keep locating strikes and just getting these ground balls or flyouts, hopefully Keene can make something of that and put themselves on the board through this defensive powerhouse they're putting up right now.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, Cody, that's when Yakum's been the most effective in his college career. Not a guy who, again, will strike out a lot of players, but here's a 1-2 as that one's going to be stung in the air to center. This might be a hit, and it'll get down into the gap. Ehlers will cut it off, and into second base with a 2-out double is Brandon Geyer. So Geyer aboard. And all of a sudden now a threat here with 2 outs for the Beacons, and it brings up first baseman Jacob Levine.
Yeah, he was able to get himself under that pitch, able to knock one clean into between right and center field, and that'll get him on base. First time we've seen someone on base start the game.
And Geyer, ironically enough, coming in was hitting just .238 but he's the one who gets the first knock for Boston today. And now here's Levine, the first baseman, a lot better with the bat, 295.
Fouled off onto the softball field side.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting here when their doubleheader begins at 2 o'clock. And have both games going on at the same time.
In here at the same time.
Especially with the fields being so close together, with those foul balls being hit into each other's fields, I wonder how that's going to play out.
Yeah, that happens a frequent amount. Occasionally you'll get a bright green softball landing on the baseball field or vice versa. 1-1. Big cut there, and he comes up empty.
Swing at the dirt. And Levine is also a taller guy, so he's going to have a bigger strike zone. So, and he understands the way the game's been called so far. He's got to be able to swing on most things. Can't just let it go.
1-2 from Yakum. He's going to step off and look back. The runner, Geyer, back to second base. Trying to get out of this here with a 2-out double. And here's a 1-2. It's going to be popped out of play, foul, so Levine will stay alive for at least another pitch. Owls last year against the Beacons. Of course, lost both games down there. First game 10-4, second game 11-4. 1-2. That one stung in the air to right. Reyna on the run, and is not going to have a play. It's going to land foul.
Great fight by Levine here, but if Yakum can just put something high or low and in, I think he could be able to get the strikeout here, or just a nice easy ground out.
Certainly just trying to work around that 2-out double. 1-2. Popped up. Chatfield gives it a look, and again, another foul ball.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job at staying alive in this plate appearance.
That's the thing. Yakum again coming in just 11 strikeouts. Does not frequently get a lot of punch outs. Looking for one here, 1-2. And he gets it, called strike 3. So Levine is down looking, and the Beacons strand the 2-out double. We'll head to the bottom of the second, still no score.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
New Car has over 1,700 pre-owned vehicles, the largest selection of inventory in New Hampshire. New Car Nissan of Keene has the most competitive prices. With a selection of over 30 brands, New Car has exactly what you need across the Granite State. Find your new car from any of New Car's family of dealerships throughout the Northeast and get it shipped to New Car Nissan of Keene for free. Plus, we'll deliver your new car right to your door. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
Bottom of the second inning, 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Owls against Max Moss, who had a nice clean 1-2-3 first inning, couple strikeouts, was able to get McHugh and Ehlers both swinging. Now dealing though with the Owls home run leader, Jonathan Chatfield at 5, hit his 5th a couple days ago against Eastern Connecticut.
Yeah, Chatfield coming in this game batting .314. Lefty. Gonna try to do some damage here. Start the third.
Kind of a
bottom of the second, I should say.
Kind of a sluggish start for Chatfield offensively this year, but he has really picked things up over the last few weeks. Again, as you said, JJ now up to .314 hitting.
You just gotta find your zone. You just gotta, after a little bit of time coming into the season. Some guys are going to struggle. We saw Devers for Boston. For the Red Sox, started off pretty bad, but he's going to be able to find your groove. And so far, 3 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, 0 for his first 21 on the year.
But he was also going from just playing the game from inning to inning to inning to just sitting on the bench. That in itself is a hard thing to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Home plate's going to call that one a little low.
Yeah, that's a good point, though. I mean, it's not always easy to transition from hitting and playing the field to
just hitting.
Just DH all the time. Big cut there, and Chatfield fouls it back, and the count now full. So Mosh trying to battle all the way back after falling behind 3-0. Chatfield trying to become the Owls' first base runner in one way or another. It's 3-2.
Another foul.
Good job staying alive.
On the lacrosse field, we do have some of the softball players warming up, so hopefully none of them get hit by any of the balls.
Gotta be a lookout there. And he fouls that one back again. Stay alive.
Good fight, good fight. If he can just keep this fight going and just rack up Moss's pitch count, that he may not get on base, but he'll still be contributing to something.
Chatfield rolls over that one. Another foul ball. So we'll see a ninth pitch in this at bat.
And again, if he can just keep this fight going, keep this pitch count rising, it'll help Keene in the long run.
You gotta stay focused. So we got lucky on that last one that it went foul.
Here's a 3-2. Chatfield's the last game that I was played here at the complex against Western New England had a solo homer.
Another foul.
And that was the only run the Owls scored. That was his fourth of the year at the time. Unfortunately, though, in the late innings, Keene could not hang on.
The 3-2 again.
Another full count. And he's going to take ball four. That's a really nice at bat from Jonathan Chatfield.
And that'll bring up Big Grizz Shea Zena, who is this year batting. Right now he's averaging 271, but we've seen Zena. He's a power hitter, fifth in the lineup. We've seen him get some pretty good ones pretty far, and he does look ready.
Chatfield's on first, and again, Chatfield can run. Not going there as big cut from Zena for strike one, and he also can pitch too.
Mm-hmm. He's a fantastic pitcher.
Not just the left fielder, but also on the mound. Chatfield being held on right now by Levine. Still stays put, and Zena looks at strike two. Didn't really like that one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Some of the pitches that home plate's calling, a lot of them low and outside, a lot of them high and inside.
You do sometimes see wider zones in the college game. And he pops this one up. Meager giving it a look. So is Levine. Neither of them will get to it. Drops right under us, right near the Beacons dugout.
I was expecting us to hit the top of the booth.
Loud funk.
And this is interesting too because the Keene State batters, even though they keep coming in, Zena down 0-2 right now, but they're making Moss work right now. And he's already at 27 pitches in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, and that was a great opening at bat for Chatfield. Fouled off some tough ones.
Would love to see Zena be able to get one kind of high down the third baseline.
0-2 is going to be popped up. Left fielder Williams coming in. Now it's the shortstop, Elliot Miles. He'll make the catch for out number one. So pretty quick at bat there for Zena, but it gets it now to the right fielder, Reyna.
Yeah, Reyna's coming in today, batting exactly 300. Be interesting to see what he does against Moss.
Reyna's had a very nice year. Otis Fillet also at shortstop today in game one. Saw a lot of them last year there. Seen a lot of Anthony DiGiacomo this year at the position, but now taking a rest here for at least the first game. Owls still looking for their first hit. Obviously Chatfield on with the leadoff walk. And now, yeah, he's behind Reyna now, 2-0.
Just keeps pitching him high. Those lefties, it's tough when it's kind of like a smaller strike zone. You wanted to try to drop a little bit like that, but that's the problem. When you drop it too low, it can end up going more inside.
Yeah, Reyna had to jackknife to get out of the way of that one. And Moss staring down his potential second walk of the inning. Came in with just 4 on the year. Already has 1 today. And that time he fires in a strike.
He'll take a look at that one. That was a good pitch, too, especially on 3-0 pitches like that. You don't just want to throw it right down the middle, be able to have him watch it, because in the off chance he does get a piece of it, you already have a guy on base.
Oh, and there's a base hit for Ethan Reyna into right field. Right on cue.
Chatfield held up at second.
Yeah, Chatfield had to wait on that one in case Nick Farnese was able to come down with it.
Yeah, that's good defense by UMass-Boston to be able to come down with it and make sure he doesn't get to third, because that easily could have been you're trying to get him out at first. Guy goes all the way to third because he was just at second. You get a little greedy, but Moss is not having the exact inning that he wants to right now. 1 out, guy on first and second.
Yeah, and just some good at-bats from the Owls. Nice job there by Reyna. First 3 pitches, not very close. Gets in a good count.
Big cut.
So Fillet, 4 for 18 on the season so far. But again, at the shortstop position, had a very nice year last year.
Yeah, Fillet coming into this game as well, batting .222.
And that's strike 2. He's quickly behind. After Fillet, it would be the DH in game 1, Alec Verano, due up next. Here's the 0-2 from Moss. Swing and a miss, and Fillet down very quickly.
1-2-3.
So it's going to be up to Alec Verano, the designated hitter. Another guy that we've seen kind of more here at Keene in the past.
Yeah, batting .235 on the year. Verano comes in. Kind of a big at-bat for the game. Want to try to at least advance some guys, maybe try to get a double, try to get someone in.
First pitch, goes after it and fouls it back. Not always a bad idea to swing sometimes at the first pitch, especially the guy trying to work ahead.
Moss already had 37 pitches as well already in the second inning.
Runners on second and first.
Verano late again on that one, and it's 0-2.
And now Verano's objective here is to keep his bat alive for as long as possible, or try to bloop something into left center and just inch the second base runner just a little bit closer. Hopefully keep the train moving.
0-2 for Moss. Kind of fists it off there to second. Farnese will flip to first in time, and that is the inning. So the Owls strand a couple of base runners with 1 out. We'll head now to the top of the third. No score.
This is Paul Sullivan of Sullivan Tire Company. We're thrilled to be sponsoring the Keene State College Athletic Program, supporting the Owls. No matter what the sport is, in Division III, they are legendary. What a great academic institution, liberal arts school, in a beautiful part of New England. So let's go, you Owls. And remember, at Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there. Thank you.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade, from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
Jake Yakum will get the bottom part of the Beacons lineup, and it'll turn back over also at least to the number 1 hitter in this inning. Yeah, Mariano Jimenez. Nick Farnese, the second baseman, will lead things off. Farnese, Parker, Jimenez all due up. Yakum looking to continue his good work through these first couple innings. And that one's going to be nice stop there at second by Anderson, on to first in time. Fields that one on a nice hop.
And this is what we keep saying about for Yakum to trust his defense. He's doing a really good job of throwing pitches right down the middle, pitches that it's kind of a 50-50 shot if the guys are going to hit it or not. But you trust the guys behind you. You trust that they're going to make the good plays, and you're able to trust the kind of pitches that you've been able to do all season. And it's been looking good so far for the Owls.
Number 9 man Parker will step in, looks at ball 1, and Parker was part of kind of a bad memory for Keene State here a couple of years ago. He drove in what was the eventual winning run for UMass-Boston. They were trailing 9-7 back in 2023 in game 2 of that doubleheader in the 9th inning, and he had the go-ahead hit, put them ahead 10-9. They eventually won 15-9.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Parker's average so far this season is 271, respectable average, and he'll be trying to just put something in play, hopefully not into our defense, which little grounder to second base, nice little play to first, and 2 out.
Anderson's been busy this inning, couple ground balls, and there's 2 away.
So if y'all can keep this pitching just monstrosity going and just trusting his defense, again, he'll get through this game. He'll get deep. He'll keep putting up zeros, and that is his goal. That is our want for this, for us to win against UMass. Right field blooper.
Yeah, pop up and foul ground. Chatfield will make the catch. A very fast top of the 3rd once again for Jake Yakum. We'll head to the bottom half on the Owls Media Network.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Welcome back, everybody, as we're going to get up to the bottom of Keene State's batting order. Luke Anderson will come up, then we'll go back to the top. So we'll be able to see Luke Anderson come in against Moss. And so far, I don't hate the way that Keene State has been playing on both sides of the ball today. They've been forcing strikes. They've been staying alive in the batter's box on offense. But on defense has been really where they've shined throughout this game. They've been able to make some nice plays in the infield, and the outfield, particularly at second base. And just so far, Keene State, you can't ask for much of a better start on the defensive end, so you just got to hope that the bats start catching up with the D.
Yeah, Keene really wants to, I think, get the bats rolling here today. As last game out against Western New England a week ago, they scored just 1 run in the 3-1 loss. So have to get the bats rolling here at home. Certainly more than they have this year.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. Like we always talk about, it's like throughout the year. If you're going to get it started, why not get it started at home?
Anderson fouls the first pitch back for strike. Anderson was pretty busy there in the top half of the inning. Couple of ground outs to him over at second base. And he looks at ball 2. It's now 2-1.
Moss already had 42 pitches on the day.
Yeah, Moss getting up there in the pitch count and grounded through the hole into center field for a base hit. Leadoff single for the Owls. That's the 2nd straight inning now they've had the leadoff base runner on. Last time it was Chatfield working a walk-in. It's back to the top of the order, and Evan Cowley.
And how nice is it to be able to have bottom of the order, leadoff hitter, be able to bring the top of the order back in with somebody already on base. You're in a good position to try to rack up some runs here for Keene State.
And especially just going from bottom 9 to top 1, it's like a fresh start almost, except you have the advantage of person at first.
Cowley 0 for 1. He shows a bunt and foul tips it back for strike 1.
Trying to do a little drag bunt, try to initiate something. Probably going to do something like that again.
Yeah, and you look back to the second game of that Rhode Island College doubleheader as Callie rolls this one over on a bunt. He gets the job done. Moss fires to first, but down to second goes Anderson. You look back to the second game of that doubleheader a couple weeks ago against Rhode Island College. Keene State scored just 3 runs in that game, and then just the one, as mentioned, against Western New England here at home.
Do you think that they're doing this because they really trust the guys that are coming up after them? You trust Ehlers to try to get some RBIs to bring the guys in?
I would certainly say so. I mean, you also have McHugh up here too, who's got off to a pretty good start, and he's going to ground that one through the hole for a base hit.
That'll bring it in a run.
Anderson will score from second, and the Owls have an early lead here against the Beacons. 1-0.
A great at-bat so far.
Yeah, no. What just like an absolute way to just nailing your plan. You get the bunt, and then you trust the guys at the top of the order to bring some runs.
And it's not anything special, too. It's not a homer. It's not a deep left field double. It's just a nice, easy, through-the-middle base hit.
You got 2 of them so far, too, in the innings. And if their defense is going to keep playing as good as they have been, Keene State's looking at having a good day so far.
Take strike 1.
Yeah, and I think to add to that point, when teams slump, typically you almost try to push harder naturally to get hits and to really drive the ball more, but sometimes all you need are just a few little hits to get rallies rolling, and that was through the hole there into left field. And kind of bobbled over there in left field by Williams, but he gets it back in. So first and second now.
Burns was trying to play that little hop there, but it just kind of backfired and just took a bigger hop than he was expecting. It was allowing.
His mitt was right there. He had the height on it, but it was just in the wrong spot.
It was Boston Burris there at third.
Yep, Burris just played the hop incorrectly, and it allowed Ehlers to just get a nice, easy base hit, and allowed first base to move to second, and just keep adding on base hit.
And now the guy that Moss certainly doesn't want to see in this spot, Jonathan Chatfield, digs in. The cleanup hitter for the Owls, with a couple ducks on the pond and only 1 out. 0-1. Nice bounce in the dirt, and good stop there by Meager behind the dish. Chatfield, though, just looking to keep the line moving. And he's going to do just that. He grounds one into right field, a base hit. Rounding third, headed home is McHugh. He's going to score easily, and down to third goes Ehlers. It's 2-0 Owls.
Boston has just looked less focused in this inning. I'll tell you what. Even a lot of like those hits that they got at the beginning, they kind of just went right through the middle. Like, I know that that's kind of an easier said than done sort of play, but both times, a lot of times, some kind of just seemed like they were walking at certain points.
And now Shea Zena struck out last time up.
Pitching coach is going to come out, give a little pep talk to Moss here. Hopefully, kind of rein him back in, center him, and just the goal of this little pep talk here is to recenter, but try to just get him back into the game of like, yes, you're down 2, but just keep just nailing. Don't try to pitch around. Just go, go, go.
Yeah, and Coach Justin Blood of the Owls talking there with Zena as well about his approach in this AB.
Yeah, it's not going to be like what we saw some of the other times. What you really want to do is you really just want to try to get it in play, because if you can get one out to the outfield, there's no way they'd be able to throw it out at home in time. So if Zena can just kind of get a nice hit, maybe even just like a really high fly ball into the outfield, give just enough time to send a batter home, maybe even go up 3-0 in the third inning. So I think the plan is definitely there. I think that's another reason why you kind of go to the pitcher's mound and talk to them about it. But we'll see how this goes.
First pitch from Moss, and he goes after the first one into the left. It's going to be caught, but tagging from third is Ehlers. He'll score easily.
Perfect.
Great line drive by Zena, just flawlessly executed to left field.
Yeah, right on cue there for JJ talking right about it. He's able to knock in the run from third and
extend this Owls lead to 3-0. And again, this just nice, easy hits. No finesse, no nothing. Just nice little dribblers to keep this train moving and just keep this momentum going. Just keep it moving. And another base hit to right field.
Oh, my goodness. That sent someone to third.
They've been wearing it out. Chatfield digs for third. He dives in safely. Another hit for Ethan Reyna.
The train is moving.
And now it's up to Otis Fillet. He's going to get a little pep talk right before he steps in there from Anderson.
And Keene right now, they're just seeing beach balls from this.
It's like throwing a fish in the ocean.
Yeah, sometimes when you're going well, that ball does look like a beach ball. And when you're not going well, it looks
like a tennis ball.
Yep.
It looks like a really small tennis ball.
And
it looks like a golf ball.
And you're always behind 0-2.
By the way, shout out to anyone who's watching the Masters right now.
Oh, that's right. Started up yesterday.
Whoever has it on their other screen right now while watching this game.
We appreciate you choosing us over the Masters.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it feels good. That was tough. To be able to look at that pitch coming in when you're already down 0-1.
1-1. Fillet rolls over it, and it's 1-2. Now the Owls a couple of years ago, that 15-9 loss, they did jump out to a pretty early lead in that one. It was 5-0, and UMass-Boston keeps storming back relatively quickly, so certainly the pitching is going to have to keep it up. Runner goes from first, and it's fouled back. So they had Reyna going there, maybe trying to set up a hit and run.
2-1 count to Fillet here. Fillet's just going to try to, again, just nice little dribble. No finesse, no nothing. Just keep it in play.
I like how you talk about baseball, Cody.
Yeah. 1-2 again. Reyna goes again, and this one's popped up. Over at third is Burris. He runs out of room. It's off the top of the Owls dugout.
I would like to say I have a little bit of knowledge, being from a baseball family where we watch a lot of baseball due to my brother playing a lot and me just being a big Orioles fan. So
You're an Orioles fan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got the sweatshirt on right now.
Got the sweatshirt on right now. But I've been to Camden. I've been to Camden Yards before.
Fillet will look at strike three, and that is the end of the third. But the Owls tack on 3 runs and get a lead heading to the fourth.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State Area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty at no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at fentondealerships.com.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela burns it. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
All right, we are back here in the top half of the fourth. We'll pick up where we left off.
Look at the light post. It's peeping right over the top of the scoreboard.
Gotta love that white post.
What a shot.
We're back to the
I love it.
Top of the fourth inning, and it's Boston Burris who will lead things off.
Boston with a Y will lead off.
Boston with a Y playing for the Boston with an O. He looks at a strike from Yakum, who now is working with a lead, 3-0.
But the dangerous thing about working with a lead is that you're gonna get you're gonna think, oh, since we're ahead, I can just do whatever I want. You have to just keep attacking the batters. Don't try to do anything special. Just keep going at them. Because if you're in the mindset of we're ahead and I can do anything I want, you're gonna put yourself in trouble.
Yeah, loud foul ball there from Burris. Quickly down 0-2. Yakum does have a strikeout today, but has mostly been getting a lot of pop outs, a lot of ground balls. Exactly where he wants to be.
Yakim's been showing off that curveball today, too. Nice piece.
Burris pokes that one to short. Throwing it is Fillet in time. Nice play there at short from Otis Fillet.
Yeah, Boston just able to reach out over the plate, try to just get a little bit of something there, but ended up grounding it out to shortstop there and able to get the play out at first.
Thought he had a chance maybe to beat it out, but Fillet with a nice flip. And now Richard Williams, left fielder, 0 for 1.
Yeah, this Keene State Owls defense is absolutely locked in right now. Sorry, bottom of the 4th already.
See that number for Williams coming in, 403, and he goes after this one, pops it up. Anderson gives way to Reyna, and he'll make the catch for out number 2.
Or should I say the top of the 4th? Sorry, everybody. What you're seeing, you saw the same thing. I know you saw it, too. Looking at the same screen that I am right now.
And that's just now 31 pitches for Jake Yakum, and here's the cleanup man, the catcher, Meager.
Yakum pitching 31 pitches in 4 right now, that's a milestone right there in itself. You rarely see that in collegiate or professional.
Well, it is worth noting a couple of years ago that this was his freshman season, 2023. Yakum threw a couple of complete game shutouts. One of them against Rhode Island College, and the other here at home against Plymouth State. When just missing, JJ not liking the call there.
Listen, I understand, but it's just maybe it was a little bit outside.
That one definitely inside.
That one definitely inside.
It's 2-1 on Meager.
Because I do want to give home plate credit. I couldn't do it. That's just like a human. You have to get it right at the exact time.
Yakum right as he says that, he gives the death stare. Yakum falls behind 3-1.
Maybe I'm just not looking at the screen right at some points.
He gives the average baseball fan the, oh my God, what are you looking at?
Throw to first in time there from McHugh, and that's another very fast inning for Jake Yakum. Will head to the bottom half.
Yep.
Keene State in front 3-0.
So when I ask students why Keene State, the students say unanimously it's the sense of community. The feel when you walk on this campus is immediately a sense of belonging, a sense of safety, a sense of welcome, and a sense of opportunity and promise. And so I think our students feel that when they come to our campus, and they experience it when they join us. Why students choose this campus is the sense and feel, and also the opportunity and the promise of that opportunity for them when they're making the decision. And why they stay is that we deliver on that promise. We have students from urban environments, from rural environments, and when they come to Keene State in those first weeks of forming a new community, they bring all of those experiences together to create a better Keene State. It's a campus small enough to feel a sense of recognition and identity, and a campus big enough to feel part of something bigger than yourself. This isn't a passive experience, so please get engaged, find a club, make a new group of friends, get involved in a recreational sport activity, an intramural sport, get involved in a creative performance, go see a show, be a part of this community and squeeze everything you can out of Keene State. And if you do that, I am confident you will have an exceptional experience and your life will be changed as a result of it.
Back on here. As we get to the bottom of the fourth, Cody's talking about the Orioles right now. He's talking about how much better it is to be an Orioles fan now than it was back then. And how much better it is to be a Keene State baseball fan today than it has been in a little bit. Actually teeing off UMass-Boston right now.
Yeah, got to make it stick, but the first pitch fouled away by Alec Verano, and it's 0-1. So Max Moss back out there had, again, a rough third inning, allowed 3 runs. And again, the Owls were not really stinging the ball too much off them, but they had some solid singles.
that's what you need. You don't need doubles or triples. I mean, they'd be nice, but just stringing together nice little singles it's nice little play to second.
Yeah, Farnese fires it in there for the first out, so Verano retired.
And going back to what I was saying, you don't need these big hits. You just need to string like singles here and there and just get runners on base, because the run will eventually come if we just keep the train moving.
Luke Anderson now the 9-hitter. Base hit his last time up. In fact, he got the rally going. He rolls over this one, though. And again, Farnese busy over there at second.
Everyone loves hitting the second today.
Yeah, Anderson's been busy, too, himself. Quickly, 2 up, 2 down, and back to the top of the order for Evan Cowley.
I'm trying to pick up on some of the things that this pitcher likes to do, see what kind of pitches that he throws. He doesn't really seem to like dive into it when he doesn't throw anything else besides a fastball, but kind of comes in a little bit there.
Cowley bloops this one into left. It's going to get down for a hit.
He's going to run out too with plenty of time. Nice little blooper double to second from Cali.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. We've seen him do that. That's the second time we've kind of seen him do that this year, just going the opposite way. And the field a little bit wet still from last night into this morning. Yeah. We had some weather last night. Ball just sticks over there.
Yeah, the ball just, that's what I was going to say. The ball just kind of dies in like a spot that it lands. There's not a lot of bouncing. So if you get right into it, like.
2 out double, and again, right to Farnese, who's going to make all 3 outs of the inning, as a very quick inning there in the 4th for Max Moss. We'll head now to the middle innings, to the 5th, 3-0.
We know you will find your community along Appian Way here at Keene State College. Over a campfire on the Student Center lawn. In some friendly games and competition. Or in a club you connect to at the Student Involvement Fair. Maybe you will find your people on the courts, in a cheering section in the stands, at the rink on the ice, skating as an owl, or chilling in the yoga studio. Your connections may take place on the quad, listening to music, hanging out with friends, participating in a Keene State tradition like Pumpkin Palooza, or working on a group project, studying with classmates. Maybe your talents will bring you together with your community on one of our stages, in the main theater, or the recital hall at the Red Fern Arts Center. For us, community is all about the people you meet and the connections you make. At Keene State, our community is really about you.
Welcome back, everybody. Keene State leads this one 3-0. Top of the 5th right now. And what have you seen, Ryan, throughout this game? Some stuff that you really like in Keene State.
Well, obviously from Yakum, just throwing a lot of strikes, getting ahead of guys, right on cue right there. And obviously for Keene State, I mean, not trying to do too much with the pitches they've seen from Moss. There in that 3rd inning, they were just a lot of base hits, a lot of moving guys over, a lot of small ball type stuff.
What a big piece. Oh, my goodness.
He wanted all of that ball.
Yeah, no.
Miles trying to hit that a mile.
Yeah, dude, come on.
So Elliot Miles, the shortstop, quickly down 0-2, and he just stays alive there, gets a piece.
Yeah, Miles really wanted that last pitch for this one. That was a huge piece. That piece was so big he had to walk around the plate.
Now, if we're talking about the beacons in the ocean, maybe a nautical mile is more appropriate.
Ryan, come on. We're watching baseball right now. This isn't the comedy hour.
Nice going to be lined into center field, a base hit.
He may not have gone a mile, but he did go to center.
It gets it to center. A leadoff single from Elliot Miles.
I'm going to quit mid-game.
Can I walk away? Can I leave?
We still have another game, JJ.
Yeah, I know. We still have a whole other game after this whole other.
So Brandon,
a couple hours.
Brandon Geyer up now, and has the only other hit for the Beacons. It was a double his first time up. So we'll see if they can start maybe stringing some hits together. Owls certainly hope that doesn't happen. Another strike.
That's probably like the foremost thing in their minds right now is like, we need to just
do anything
out. Yeah, we need to just shut them down immediately after getting hit. Just keep them off the base paths.
And Geyer quickly down 1-2, fouls that one back.
Yakum today also has been really good at making guys chase it. We've seen a couple times, like, guys will really just, like, dive out, try to get a hit.
A lot of foul tips from Yakum.
A lot of foul tips. And a lot of lean-ins from guys at the plate, too.
Ooh. Inside, just barely got out of the way.
Yeah, Geyer getting brushed back by the pitch.
Take the pitch, man.
Wear it like a champ.
Yeah, wear it.
It's worth noting, actually, the 1-2 to Geyer, or 2-2 to Geyer is popped up. Chatfield running after it in foul ground. It's going to drop in foul territory. And speaking of hit by pitches, it's worth noting that there was a major leaguer, not spelled the same way, but there was a major league player, Brandon Geyer, not too long ago, who actually, I think, held a record for the amount of hit by pitches. Don't ask where I know that from, but
that's cool, right?
That's just a random baseball.
Do you think he's okay?
Yeah.
Do you think it hurts still? Do you think there's?
I don't know. I mean,
hurts?
that was always what got talked about with him, though. He was on the Rays and a few other teams.
Oh,
the Geyer goes after this one. Ehlers, though, is under it in center.
To center
makes
field.
the catch. Out number 1.
He must not have been that good if that's what they all talked about him for.
I don't know. That's the one way they remembered him, I guess.
It's a good talking point. Hey, what are you known for? Getting hit by a ball.
Yeah, they just hate me.
I mean, your on-base percentage must be skyrocketing.
Do you think they would just throw at him just because, like, they just knew?
Yeah.
He was so terrified that he just had to get hit by a ball.
Was he a big guy?
No, not really. He was, let's see. That's ball 1 there to Levine, the first baseman, 0 for 1.
Yeah, Levine's going to be a guy you're going to want to throw a little bit higher balls at.
Levine pops this one up. Fillet calls it off. It's short. Makes the catch for out number 2.
And the MLB single game record for being hit by pitches is 3. And Geyer has been the recipient twice. He's been hit by 3 pitches
in a game twice. Yep.
I don't know whether that's impressive or just scary.
Do you think he got hit in the same spot like more than once?
No.
That's a big bruise.
There's the second baseman now, Farnese, pops it up, foul. Callie giving a look, no chance.
Just several giant blue circles on your body.
It's a lot of black and blue.
Guys, what are you talking about right now?
It's all part of the fun.
It's part of the baseball. This is my first baseball game I've ever broadcasted. So this is just kind of how we do it.
It's a lot of fun as Callie will gun to second.
Oh, did he get him?
He got him.
What a pick.
What a throw there by Evan Callie, and he is able to nab Elliott Miles to end the inning. We'll head now to the bottom of the 5th. Keene State still in command.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
Owls coming up here as we get a look. Yeah, we get a look at another dog.
The puppers.
We got the dog cam. Get out of the way, guy.
Oh, he's coming up to visit us, I think.
mean, not the best day for a walk, but...
What are you talking about? Shut up my dog, Reggie. I'd be bringing Reggie out in the worst weather.
Why would you do that?
Because he needs a walk. What else is he going to do?
Treadmills are a thing.
I'm not putting my French bulldog on a treadmill, bro.
Just put a tree on the front of the treadmill and just have him just walk.
No, he likes it, bro. He like rolls around in puddles.
Oh.
He's not very smart.
Tommy Ahlers will lead things off here. We go from bruises to dogs now. I mean, hey, dogs are probably more relevant.
Pitch outside of the dirt. Takes ball one.
Dude, look at all this. Like, you just got picked off and you got to pitch to Tommy Ahlers after. You can't feel good.
And Ahlers, of course, well, it was 1 for 2. Struck out his first time up. Base hit last time. Came around to score the third run. And that's strike one, excuse me. He was behind 2-0. Losing track of the count here. That one, stung, and look out. Sean McKenna there at third base.
That's a way to keep your
what a beast, he barely moved.
Yeah.
I don't know. A ball coming at you like 100 miles an hour, that's pretty terrifying.
Yeah, rub some dirt on it. Hey, that guy that we were just talking about did it like a billion times, apparently.
That one skipped in the dirt, and the count will run full. So Moss battled back with a couple strikes after falling back 2-0.
Moss has been throwing a lot of full counts, and that's not the worst thing, but it's definitely not what you're looking for.
Meanwhile, you had last inning and a pretty quick inning there for Keene State. That's ball 4, not even close. And Ahlers is aboard to lead off the 5th. And here's Chatfield with a man on base. Again, we could see Ahlers run. He's got speed, of course, there at center field.
I would bet money that he's going to run. They have no outs.
He's got long strides. That's the thing.
Get a good jump off a righty pitcher, too. Certainly a better jump.
Yeah, righty pitcher. Like, have him take a couple.
That's a ball to Chatfield. 1 for 1 with a base hit and also a walk his first time up. And he's quickly ahead 2-0. It's a good count for him.
I thought he was going to book it. I really did. I thought he was going to go.
Wouldn't be shocked if he goes one of these next couple pitches, maybe this one, with a 2-0 count. Getting a good lead. And, staying put. And that one called a strike. Looked like it might have been a little off the plate.
Stop validating how I feel, Ryan. I'm just going to start getting snippy.
I thought misery loved company. Oh, man.
Hey, man. Listen.
That's ball 3 to Chatfield.
That pitch looked so similar to the one that he just called a strike.
A little bit of give or take. Maybe it was a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower.
So Ahlers still at first, 3-1. Fouled back that time.
Another full count.
As you said, Cody, that's been common today with Moss.
I've never pitched before, and I've never really asked a pitcher this, but does that kind of do something to you mentally when you're constantly in full counts? Why is that?
It's the
and he comes back to strike out Chatfield.
Having a full count is scary because either you're gonna just attack that hitter or when you're in a full count, you're gonna either attack the hitter and throw a bad pitch, like let's say an inside curveball, hanging curveball. You're just gonna throw a hanging curveball, or a middle fastball, or you're just gonna pitch a low in the dirt changeup because you're in your head like, what am I gonna do? What is this batter gonna do? It's a big mental game when you're in a full count.
And Zena quickly ahead here as he hits that one in the air to center
field. Parker, though, is camped under it. He'll make the catch for out number 2. We're noting that right now the Beacons do have a little bit of action going in their bullpen. It's Tristan Ciampa who's getting going currently in their pen.
I mean, as of right now, though, if Moss gets out of this pretty quickly, you could definitely see him coming back.
Yeah, we'll
at
probably
least
see him
to
for one
start
more.
the sixth.
Probably see him for one more inning, bottom of the sixth.
If he does get out of this, I would say he'll probably pitch until he either walks or gets.
Oh, Ehlers had that stolen all the way, and he's into second easily. That was.
He's been waiting for. He's been itching for it. He's been fiending to get to second base.
And it was a ball there to Ethan Reyna as well. So count 1-0. That one's stolen all the way. I mean, what a great jump for Ehlers. And Reyna's had a good day. A couple hits already, a couple singles. If he could do that again right here, it might be 4-0. Seen Moss very well so far. Here's the 2-0 now. Big cut, just comes up empty.
And I guarantee you Moss is going to throw another inside fastball. Inside fastball, like middle inside, or high, just a high fastball.
2-1.
Yep, there's the inside.
Yep, another big cut. He fouls that one off the catcher Meager, and
He
now
was
it's 2-2.
That was the correct assumption, Cody.
Well, hey, you got to stick to what works. A 2-2. Reyna trying to come through here against Moss with Ehlers at second. And he swings and misses. Meager's going to have to fire to first to complete the strikeout, and that will end the inning. The Owls do strand the leadoff base runner. Will head now to the sixth. Still 3-0.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty and no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at FentonDealerships.com.
Keene State's defense is really good throughout the game. Leading over
Farnese will lead things off.
Farnese's going to be coming into this at bat with a new count because they were caught stealing second, so he's going to be coming back at this at bat with probably a aggression of, I'm going to get on base. I'm going to be replacing that former runner.
Yeah, and the Beacons did finally have a leadoff man aboard last inning with Elliott Miles with a base hit. And Farnese is going to line it right to Zena and left. Thought maybe it would get down, but it hung up plenty enough.
And UMass-Boston, nothing's bad about their game right now. They're bad on ball, but they're just hitting into our defense. And that's, for Keene, good.
For Keene, that's really good. Yeah, you're right. Just where they're putting the ball is just not right. You could try to get some stuff, try to get one down the middle, but Keene State has just done a really good job in the defensive end. But also, they've just also gotten kind of lucky throughout the game that UMass-Boston has just been able to put the ball in areas that are easy for them to get to.
Breon Parker 0 for 1 goes after this one now, and Filet at short fires on in time. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the sixth.
And again, UMass is bad on ball, but they're hitting into our defense. They're getting these hard hit balls, and thankfully, that's helping Keene.
Mariano Jimenez now the right fielder, 0 for 2. Just a couple of hits in this one for the Beacons. Brandon Geyer with a double and Elliott Miles with a single last inning. And that's a strike.
He doesn't know about that one.
Tried to lean back a little bit.
And
maybe draw a ball call.
That's what a lot of guys try to do nowadays. They try to lean back, make it look like.
And this one's on the ground to Fillet, and that's going to be another ground out and another 1-2-3 inning for Jake Yakum.
Ryan, you said that before it hit his glove, Ryan. Can't be doing that.
Just like that, another inning is done. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th, still 3-0.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/NH.
Welcome to Hurt Skirt or Just Hurt. Our first contestant is suffering from knee pain from a recent running incident. What do we think, audience? Hurt Skirt or Just Hurt? Why not try Hurt Skirt? Make your recovery hassle-free with Hurt Skirt, a patent-pending, stretch-to-fit, hot-cold therapeutic sleeve, proven to stay cold longer and still remain completely mobile. Drop the ice, skirt the hurt.
Busy top half of the inning for Otis Fillet. A couple ground outs to him. He's going to lead off here the bottom of the inning against Max Moss, who's back out there. Of course, right around 80 pitches, would expect it. Did strand a leadoff base runner last inning. Tommy Ehlers got down to second, but the Owls could not come through.
Do you think there's any chance that Moss gets pulled during this inning?
I believe Moss will get pulled if he walks or has a hit on him. That's, in my mind, that will happen.
But this is probably more than likely his last inning anyway.
This is his last inning. Either his last batter or his last inning.
Yeah, we did.
Either way, he's going to get pulled.
We did mention that last inning, UMass-Boston had some action as well. They had Tristan Ciampa warming in their bullpen.
He does have some stuff working for him. It's the bottom of the batting lineup, so be able to see where this goes.
Fillet goes after that one in the air to right.
I guess.
Back at the wall, it's a foul ball.
That was a good piece.
Didn't look like it would stay fair, and it just curled foul.
Just pull it a little bit more to the left. It'll be fine.
Swing a little bit later.
Just got to pull a Fisk and wave it fair. And he's quickly now behind 0-2.
Yeah, Moss is going to try to keep himself in this game as long as possible and just attack the hitters.
And through, off the first baseman's glove, and Fillet is going to reach. It clanks off the glove of Levine, and he's aboard. Another leadoff base runner here in this inning for the Owls.
We can't keep on making excuses for the fact that, like, Boston isn't getting some of these hits to them now, and you have the ball basically in your glove. It's just tough. We've seen a couple of errors from UMass-Boston today that kind of costed them some runs and cost some opportunities for guys to not get on base.
So Fillet at first. Verano offers at that one on the bunt attempt and misses.
Verano's going to try to put down a bunt here, try to extend the first base runner to second, try to put him into scoring position and allow the next batter up to just put something in play.
Ooh. Verano looked like fouled that one back, and it's 0-2. Yeah, get out of the way. Couldn't really get the bat out of the way quick enough. Not always easy, though, in that situation.
But JJ, to your credit, it is cold outside. It is 40, and it's cloudy.
Oh, and he's, look at that. A thing of beauty just dunked into right field. Another 2-strike hit for the Owls.
So, yeah, and again, he's just going to try to string together singles, try to get runners moving.
And that was just beautiful there by Verano. Not trying to do too much with the pitch. Down 0-2. Just dunks it.
They're going to keep Moss out there, too, with 2 guys on base.
I'm surprised he's still out there.
That's what I was saying. Because that's the thing. If if Anderson kind of musters up a double or maybe like even another base hit, you either have the bases loaded or you have an RBI.
And Anderson's going to lay down a bunt, perfectly done, thrown on to first in time, but the runners now move up to second and third with one out.
Awesome.
Some more great small ball being played here in game one by the Owls. And they do have
top of the order.
Yeah, saw down below us Brendan Eigebrot, the head coach of UMass-Boston, and this is going to be it. It looks like for Max Moss.
I mean, I don't know. Why even keep him out there if you know they're going to bunt it? You know they're going to bunt it. Just brings it. I don't know.
Is this a pep talk or is this him taking it out?
This might actually just be a pep talk. Didn't see a motion to the bullpen. I think this is just a talk.
Really?
Maybe they're just buying some time for their guy to keep warming up a little bit.
Yeah, this looks like their pitching coach too, not their coach, Eigebrot.
There goes home plate.
Yeah, umpire will come out to separate that.
I'm so surprised that
they're leaving him out there. I mean, maybe they're feeling like their guy hasn't warmed up enough. Maybe they're just saying it's a little cold out, give him a little bit more time. But I'll tell you what, with the way this game has gone so far, like, why not just trust your guy? Just keep Moss out there for a little bit longer. Because if it sets him up, it sets him up. If it brings some of the runners in, it does. But you're at the top of the order. That's tough. I'm really surprised that he's still out there.
Yeah, Cowley now top of the Owls order. Nice stop by Meager. The infield creeps in as expected for the Beacons.
And if Meager lets that ball past him, third is scored. That's a
100%
big backstop.
Yeah, very big backstop here. He's going to ground that one through the hole. Base hit. Another run is in. Filet will score. Stopping at third is Verano, and oh, what a great hit there for Evan Cowley, just getting it through past the dive of Miles at short.
And again, Keene's just stringing together singles. They're doing their job, keeping the train moving, keeping this energy flowing.
That's good defense, too, because that easily could have brought in another runner. But no, he was able to keep it up.
And now here's Evan McHugh, runners at the corners, still with just one out. And Max Moss continues out there, at least another batter. McHugh stings that one foul and out of play.
Boom, 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 boom.
It's been his walk-up, I feel like, the last few years.
Dude, it's Ambitions as a Rider by Tupac. This song is a classic.
If you guys were to have a walk-up song, what would you do?
Oh, dude, Pink Pony Club by Chaperone.
That one's going to be stung in the air to left field by McHugh. Scoring is Verano.
Oh, McHugh's going to get second
here. Oh, he's going to try for it, and he's in.
McHugh with the double.
5-0 Owls.
That'll probably bring in Moss now.
I would suspect this will be the end of the road for Max Moss, indeed. And, yep, they are indeed going to make the move to the bullpen. The Owls tagging Max Moss today for 5 runs, and still a chance for more. We'll head to a quick break, and we'll have the new reliever for you in just a moment on the Owls Media Network.
A single thread is unique. Like each of us, full of purpose and potential. A strand designed to connect, strengthen, and unite. But we face different challenges and have different opportunities. By acknowledging that others may struggle in ways we do not, we can celebrate our differences, embrace each other, and fortify the ties among us. A single thread can fray, yet when it's woven with another, a bond forms. A new strength created by the fabric of the whole. Let's embrace the fabric we make together, the diversity of our threads, to reach beyond ourselves and overcome the impossible. The true power of our game comes from unifying our individual backgrounds, connecting our unique stories, enabling us to be stronger, braver, greater, We can achieve so much more when we are all as one.
What a season. The confetti is going to fall.
There she goes, and she's got it. How sweet is this, and how wonderful for the sport.
Plus, I just spent $300.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody.
Call to the bullpen here for UMass-Boston. And it's going to be the freshman Connor Curtis who will come on. Curtis making his 8th appearance this year, 1-1 with a .643 earned run average. 14 innings of work this year, 12 strikeouts, but also 8 walks. So can be a little bit wild sometimes.
Got a quick fastball.
And he's going to get the best Owls hitter in the lineup right now, Tommy Ehlers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, imagine you coming from the bullpen. First guy you got to face is Tommy Ehlers when your team is already down by that many.
Owls really trying to put a big hurt. Really trying to put a big hurt here on the Beacons this inning. Like you're singing there, JJ.
No, it's a great song.
Voice of an angel.
You guys are too kind. If you guys weren't being sarcastic, I'd give you a hug. 5-0, Owls lead. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out. Got runners on 2nd and 3rd with Tommy Ehlers up. New pitcher coming in.
First pitch here will be made by Curtis. And it's not even close. High ball 1. So Owls, again, really can put a big hurt on UMass-Boston this inning. They've already got 2 in. Still a chance for more. Really break this game open.
You know, if Keene can just put up 1 or 2 more runs, they would solidify this. Because doubleheaders play for 7 innings, right?
9.
Really?
Both games will be 9. They have done 7 innings.
They're not going to get off
time,
that easily.
Yeah. I mean, if this was only a 7-inning game, then yeah, for Ehlers fouls that one back, and it's 2-1.
I don't think it was 7. Probably because my brother's college played 7-inning doubleheaders.
Where did your brother go to school?
Colby Sawyer.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Softball doubleheaders, I believe, are 7. They're 7 each. And actually, those are their regular games anyway, I think. That's up high, ball 3. And also, like high school baseball, I know the regulation is 7 innings too. So, be 3-1 here to Ehlers. We'll see if they put him on. First base is still open. That would also put a double play in order. See what Curtis does. The 3-1. Yeah, and it's not close. So 5-pitch walk to Ehlers. Bases are now loaded, but the double play, at least for Boston, is set up.
Dangerous. Bases loaded. Bases loaded.
I wouldn't like either of these guys coming into the batter's box.
But the thing is, yeah, now you got to deal with Chatfield, who obviously has home run potential. We're on potentially a grand slam watch at the moment. Not a lot of guys at this part of the order that you can really pitch around. First pitch from Curtis. Not close there. So he's thrown 6 pitches and 5 balls.
Coming from the bullpen, it's going to be a little bit tough, especially in this situation. You're going to be...
Yeah, Meager's going to get a mound meeting here, mound visit to meet with him and just try to calm him down.
6 pitches in, man.
Yeah, just try to center him, tell him to focus up. Don't worry about the runners. Just focus on the runner at the plate. Get this out.
This is the team that Keene State hasn't beaten in 11 years.
Well, it's not over yet, but... Yeah.
Listen.
I'm knocking on the wood.
A lot can change in 11 years.
But the Owls do have...
You get the double play.
Impressively, though, the Owls have had 11 hits today. To just 2 at this point for UMass-Boston. It's been...
Wow, really?
11 hits.
No, wait. UMass has got more than that, right?
No, just 2 hits off of Jake Yakum.
Yeah, no, it's
a double and a single.
It's the defense. They've just gotten more in play.
Here's the 1-0 now to Chatfield. Misses low.
Yeah, Yakum has been putting up a performance this game, and for him to only put up 2 runs, that's crazy.
Chatfield with a good count here. has struck out. It was also walked and a base hit as well. The 2-0 from Curtis is low, and it's ball 3.
3-0. Wow.
He's got to come all the way back here against Chatfield.
Because if you put it down the middle and he swings at it and he gets contact, you got bases loaded.
I'd be taking all the way here. I mean, if he can't throw a strike, that's another run.
Either way, Curtis is in a pickle here.
3-0. Not even close. Ball 4, and another run is in.
UMass is in a...
And now you're bringing Shazina.
And UMass-Boston is in a very... They're in a very difficult situation here. Bases loaded again. They've walked 2 batters in a row, and they have Zena up to bat, who is a powerhouse.
Yeah, ever since Curtis has come in, 9 pitches, just 1 strike. He has not been sharp for the Deacons out of the bullpen.
I hope they bring in this intensity into the second game as well.
First pitch now to Shea Zena, and that one skipped in the dirt, and a great stop there by Meager. He just saved another run. Curtis trying to calm down. He's been very wild.
That UMass-Boston has number 25 warming up right now in the bullpen as well.
And we're going to get a mound visit here.
Oh, my goodness.
I think this is just going to be, we don't have any motion to the bullpen right now. Just trying to calm him down. Again, he walked Ehlers on 5 pitches, and then none of them close to Chatfield with the bases loaded, so he walks in a run.
And listen, coming into a situation where you have runners on 3rd and 2nd, and you're in the middle of the lineup, that is stressful in itself. So for him to be doing what he is doing now, it's hard. And we can only give him so much credit.
Yeah,
and you're cleaning up a mess that you didn't cause.
Yeah.
And Keene State's loving it right now as they're peeping over.
Owls have already scored 3 runs this inning and a chance for a lot more. Still with just 1 out and the bases loaded.
It's like pieces of candy they're just picking up.
God, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
We've gone from bruises to dogs to candy. It's been a fun.
It's only the first game.
It's been a fun day so far.
That's what baseball's about.
Oh, of course.
Let's get a grand slam. Come on, Shay. Get it in. Just over the top.
The dugout is absolutely loving this energy right now.
Yeah, Zena. And if I'm Zena, I'm just taking all the way. You got to make Curtis throw a strike.
You're wanting.
And finally he does.
You're wanting Curtis to just attack you because you're just anxious. You're in that batter block. You're hoping for something down the middle.
I think it's a basic rule, too, in baseball, like with Chatfield's at bat. If you're up 3-0, you're pretty much taking all the way.
You have the green light. That bat should be off your shoulder.
Zena pops this one up. It's going to get out of play, foul, and it's now 1-2. So Curtis now in front of the hitter.
Shane's got to do that a little bit more to the right. Then we're in business.
Yeah, she's just got to sit back on a little bit, wait for the ball to come in a little more, and then just absolutely explode.
Just put it in play. You'll get a run it if you put it in play.
Oh, yeah, of course.
1-2. High. So McHugh at 3rd, Ehlers at 2nd, Chatfield at 1st.
Curtis was hoping that Shea would see a high fastball and just swing.
And let me tell you something. I've known Shea for a very, very long time. He loves moments like this too.
Here's a 2-2. And he gets him looking. He just freezes him with that pitch.
That's a good changeup.
The changeup just got him.
He was expecting probably something off the plate there.
I think he was expecting it to finish high and just drop right in there.
Well, no one expects a changeup at that point, especially with the bases loaded. Like
Ethan Reyna has had a good day today.
It will be pretty impressive.
2 for 3.
When you put in a new pitcher, if you're UMass-Boston, it'd be pretty impressive. The only run that you get is that only one that they ended up walking in. If that's like the worst that happens, like if you can just strike out if you can strike out Reyna, it's not a completely lost cause.
No, certainly not. Obviously, we'll be headed to the top of the 7th after this. Reyna, though, trying to expand the Keene lead even more. Already 3 in, bases loaded and 2 out, and he looks at a ball.
And Curtis is hoping to just do what he did with Zena, just attack him. Nothing special, just attack.
Keene State, of course, we mentioned in the pregame, trying to snap a program 19-game losing streak to the hands of the Beacons. 1-0. Not close there, and it's ball 2.
It's just not even close.
Reyna in the same situation as Zena, bases loaded. Although he is in a better favorable batter's count.
And now we're going to go to the bullpen again.
Really?
They are tanking him out in the middle of a count. We'll have another pitching change coming up here in just a moment for UMass-Boston. Keene State already with 3 in, trying to make it more. We'll be right back.
New Car has over 1,700 pre-owned vehicles, the largest selection of inventory in New Hampshire. New Car Nissan of Keene has the most competitive prices. With a selection of over 30 brands, New Car has exactly what you need across the Granite State. Find your new car from any of New Car's family of dealerships throughout the Northeast and get it shipped to New Car Nissan of Keene for free. Plus, we'll deliver your new car right to your door. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
And here comes the lefty.
Ethan Nowak out of the bullpen, as JJ says, the left-hander.
Love to see it.
0-0, no wins or losses. 257 earned run average, though, and this will be his 8th appearance. 7 innings worked. He's been pretty effective.
Do you think that? Oh my God, Ryan! I just keep interrupting.
No,
you.
you're good.
I'm like the worst.
I was gonna say inherits a 2-0 count, but you're all good.
Do you really do you think they really just trust this pitcher, or do you think that they just didn't like what they saw?
I think it's a mix of both.
You think it's a mix of both? Okay.
I would agree, Cody.
Well, because Curtis was throwing a lot of balls.
A lot of balls. And a lot of balls that were it wasn't even close.
No.
Yeah, just did not have the control today out of the bullpen. And Nowak, a sophomore out of Hampton, New Hampshire, so a couple hours away on the coast. Yeah, Winnicott High School.
Winnicott guy.
The Winnicott Warriors.
Have you seen their basketball, their gym?
No, I have.
Outstanding.
Really?
One of the best gyms I ever
played.
It is
on the coast, so I would expect.
Unbelievable.
I would expect greatness out of their gyms. First pitch to Reyna outside, and it's ball 3. Remember, he inherited a 2-0 count, so.
That's what I'm talking about. That was a ball, but that looked closer. It was more you could kind of make an argument for either way.
Nowak trying to now come back 3-0. Some of it not his own doing. Does fire in a strike there.
And Nowak's just going to try to claw UMass back out of this little rivet they've put themselves into this inning.
That's a tough situation to come in, though, when you're down. You're already in a count 2-0. Here's the 3-1 is fouled back. That time by Reyna.
There we go, and now you're already back at a full count.
Another full count by UMass. They've put themselves in a lot through multiple different pitchers.
It's always hard to pitch well when you go that deep. Pitch far into games, too.
Reyna 2-3 on the day, too.
Let's see if he can continue the hurt for the Beacons or if UMass-Boston can get out of it. Runners all go. Ball 4.
I was going to say that would be a big missed opportunity for Keene to be able to get some runs in. Ended up striking out. Now it's a 6-0 lead for the Owls, or 7-0 lead for the Owls.
Yeah, that's a touchdown and plus the extra point.
Ryan.
On the opening drive.
Ryan. This is baseball, Ryan.
So McHugh scoring from third, another bases loaded walk, the second of the inning for the Beacons.
Keene State look like any team that the Patriots play.
Yeah. And now Filet rolls over one. Farnese will flip to second in time, but the Owls do some damage in the 6th. 4 runs come across, a couple on bases loaded walks. We now head to the 7th. Owls in front by 7 on the Owls Media Network.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/NH.
At Keene State College, life is an adventure. You'll forge your path forward. As an owl, you'll take on challenges in the classroom, field, court, or track. Every worthwhile adventure has its share of blood, sweat, and tears. It takes hard work and dedication. No owl flies alone on their journey at Keene State. Teammates, coaches, professors, alumni, and fellow owls are with you along the way. They lift you up as you continue forward. When you're part of Owl Nation, you become the person you truly want to be.
Welcome back. Keene State with a big lead going into the 7th.
And this is the best spot Keene wants themselves in right now. If Yakum can just keep pounding the zone, keep putting the ball into play, they're going to win this game. They're going to end the streak.
Boston Burris looks at strike one. Again, just to this point, 2 hits for the Beacons.
And Yakum's in pretty good condition. 56 pitches through 7 innings. Well, technically through 6. However, and that's a fly ball to right field.
Yeah, Reyna camped under it, and Fairground will make the catch for the first out.
It's fantastic defense from the Owls so far today. It is crazy to think about. I was in elementary school the last time the Owls beat this team.
I was in middle school. Yeah, middle school.
Oldie. Cody wasn't born yet.
No, that's not true. I was in elementary school, I believe.
Spring of 2014, I would have been in 7th grade, so there you go. The end of the year.
Dang, dude. Really?
Vet.
Look like Al Horford out there.
That one's hit in the air to center. Ehlers racing back on it. In front of the track, nice over-the-shoulder catch.
They make it look so easy.
And he robs Williams there of a hit.
And Yakum still continuously.
He hasn't even thrown 60 pitches yet.
No, he's still continuously trusting his pitches, trusting his defense, and that is what will get him through this game.
And now it's to the catcher, Meager, also 0 for 2. It's been a very common refrain for a lot of these Beacon hitters today, hitless. They've been making contact, but again, just right at guys, right to them. Ehlers making a nice catch there in center field.
Meager takes strike one.
So
Yakum's just having it out on the mound right now.
And that one's going to be hit through for a base hit. So finally another hit for the Beacons. Meager's on with a 2-out single.
Now batting the shortstop.
And now Keene's going to be in that mindset again. Shut them down. Do not let them start.
Yeah, shortstop Miles is one of the guys who does have a hit today, along with Meager now. It's a base hit to lead off an inning, but was stranded there and actually got caught stealing second base to end the inning. It's a ball there, just a little high apparently.
Yeah, it's the dead outside.
.1-0 from Yakum, popped up, and that one will get out of play. Might head towards the softball field. And in fact it does. It actually landed between some Western Connecticut State players over there.
They're going to be making the softball players dance.
Gonna have to look out if you're over there.
And we're going to have to look out for us when we're over here.
I think the worst case scenario I've always imagined is a foul ball from the softball field coming over and like hitting a batter on the head.
Or the pitcher.
Or the pitcher, just somebody.
I mean, it's very possible.
2-1, popped up into center field. Ehlers calls it off and will make the catch to end the inning. Another very easy inning for Yakum, despite the the 2-out single. Head to the bottom of the 7th. Keene State 7-0.
Looking for a new car? It's time to visit New Car Nissan of Keene. 600 new Nissan cars, trucks, and SUVs are available right now. Plus, New Car Nissan of Keene has the most competitive prices. Every new Nissan comes with New Car's complimentary 20-year, 200,000-mile protection plan. Drive worry-free for many miles to come. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/NH.
What a win.
Bottom half of the 7th inning, and Keene State in command right now, as you see there. Ethan Nowak back out on the mound for UMass-Boston. We get Sweet Caroline playing here between the
Sing it, Ryan.
7th inning. Oh, you don't want to hear me sing.
I think I do. I think
No,
people at home
no.
want to hear it too.
And for Keene, up to bat for their three is Verona, Anderson, and Callie. And these three have been pretty good this game so far.
Yeah, the whole order today for Keene has really been overall doing a nice job of hitting. Just a nice, complete team effort. Again, no home runs, no really flashy stuff going on, but they're just moving guys around, keeping the line moving. A couple walks there even. Last inning, walked in a couple runs, so.
I think they walked in 3.
Yeah. I think you're right. Here is Verano to lead off the inning. As mentioned, Keene State trying to win their 9th this season, and also on top of the 19-game losing streak to UMass-Boston, trying to snap a 4-game losing streak this season.
Yeah, what a way to just like come out at home. Friday, it's kind of bad outside. It's cloudy. It's a little cold, and Keene State is just delivered.
Yeah, dreary mid-April day. Fouled off there by Verano.
Yeah, Keene's just been off to a very good start this game, especially from the get-go. 3rd inning, 3 runs. There's no better start than you would ever want for a team.
Yeah, the 3rd and 6th innings have been the problem innings for UMass-Boston. They allowed 3 in the 3rd. And again, 4 last inning.
Verano takes a ball low. Verano 1-3 on the day.
Oh, and he's going to get hit by the pitch.
Yeah.
On the 1-1.
Oh, boy.
So another leadoff base runner for the Owls. That's been a common theme, too, today. The Owls have been getting on base to start innings. Not always the way, kind of the hard way to get on base there, but you'll take it.
Hey, best place to get hit with a pitch is the foot. I don't care what anyone says.
The foot?
I know.
The foot. I was going to.
I always had big feet as a kid, so it didn't really hurt.
So it depends on the person.
Yeah, I'm saying for me. You could say like the side or whatever, but I would feel that later. On my foot, no, just take a bath.
Anderson takes strike 1 from Nowak. Nowak has a runner on first.
And Anderson's had a pretty good day as well, 1 for 2.
Love to see Keene State get a hit. Haven't seen them have a nice hit in a while.
That's strike 2. He's quickly behind Nowak here, 0-2.
Nowak's been doing a better job just putting pitches into the zone.
That's not how you really feel.
Back to first. They check on
Verano.
Verano, yeah, he's back in. Throw got away there for a second from the pitcher. He gets it back. A couple of years ago, again, when these two teams faced the last time here at the Owl Athletic Complex, Keene State had, albeit much slimmer leads going into the late innings.
Ooh.
Anderson flies that one to center.
Pop up to center.
Parker running after it will make the catch.
Good hustle by Parker.
Yeah.
It's a long run, but was able to manage to get it.
So Anderson sat down for out number 1. And back to the top of the order, Evan Callie. So also a win, obviously would get Keene their 9th overall, but more importantly in the LEC would get them to 2-2.
Callie going into this at-bat 2-3 on the day. Not too shabby.
First pitch to him is on the ground to Farnese at second. He flips to second for one in time. That's all they'll get. No chance to throw over to first from Elliott Miles.
Good heads-up play by Farnese. He was going to throw it to first initially, but quickly turned to second to get the lead runner out.
So now gets it to Evan McHugh, 2 for 4, double, a couple RBIs with the double. It's worth noting that, about to say that series or that homestand a couple weeks ago against Rhode Island College, that was split. Obviously winning the first game 6-5, second game was 6-3 Anchorman, but the Anchormen have really struggled so far. They're just 1-5 in the LEC. Kind of a surprise. They've usually been a program that's been solid over the last number of years.
Keene State also hasn't played that many LEC games this year. They're only 1-2. This is their 4th one they played this year. Oh boy.
McHugh flies that one into right. Jimenez camped under it, makes the catch to end the inning. Heading to the 8th, Jake Yakum will get back out there. It's 7-0 Keene State.
Our campus can be pretty quiet during the summer, but we're still here to show you what your life at Keene State will be like. I'm Emma, a tour guide of the admissions office, and I'm here to answer your questions and show you the parts of our community you're interested in seeing most. You can book a tour at keene.edu/visit or reach out to any of our admissions staff to find out when you can come see our home. Here's a sneak peek at what a tour is like.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State Area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty and no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at fentondealerships.com.
And we're back on here for the top of the 8th. We're discussing some Boston accents there during that break.
Ryan just like
perhaps fitting with UMass-Boston.
Really waved
here
at me to like stop talking about Tom Brady.
And Brandon Geyer will lead off the top of the 8th against Jake Yakum back out there. That was just his 66th pitch of this ball game in the 8th inning. And working now with a 7-0 lead. Geyer goes after that one, hits it in the air to center. Ehlers will make the catch, 1 out.
I mean, what are you supposed to do if you're Boston? Just like, what are you supposed to do? You're just doing everything you can to put the ball in play, and Keene State they just keep making the play every single time.
If you're Boston, you're just gonna try to you're putting the ball into play, your bat on ball, but you're just gonna have to keep doing it.
It's just so annoying for them.
And the thing is, they really have no choice but to swing because Yakum is filling up the zone, so it's not like they're missing opportunities for walks.
No. Yakum's just pumping it in, unrelenting on the strikes.
Jacob Levine, first baseman, 0 for 2. He flies this one in the air center. Ehlers back on it, and he can't make the catch. It clings off the wall.
Ehlers going to hit the cutoff here.
Throw will go in, and that's a 1-out double for Jacob Levine. Didn't miss a home run by too much. Looked like it might get out of here for a second.
That's a tough play for Ehlers to make. It's over your shoulder. The wall's right there. You're going to have to decide whether the ball or the wall, and the wall comes up on you. And so for him to just get it in as quick as he did, that's impressive.
Yeah, definitely. Got it in very quickly to the cutoff man there, Luke Anderson. Over from second, and now here is the Beacon second baseman, Farnese, 0 for 2. Looks at a strike.
Yakum
trying to keep the shutout going. said trying to keep.
It gets hard later in the game, too, if you're Boston, to just, like, keep watching pitches. You're going to start swinging at things that, like, you probably shouldn't swing at. Is that foul?
That's
That's foul.
And that will go foul.
And Boston seems like they're starting to pick up on Yakum's pitches a little bit more now that he's a little bit deeper into the game, maybe a little bit tired. And as past two balls, double to right field and just like a little slicer to left field line.
Yeah,
and if they can keep stringing those types of hits together, it will be trouble.
We saw that against Rhode Island College. Kind of ran out of gas in the end. That was in the 8th inning. That ended up being the grand slam for Lucas Pierce, which tied the game. That was in game 1. That was, of course, won it in the bottom half of the 8th, 6-5 with Callie's RBI double, 2 outs.
Farnese here has 2-2 on him with runner at second, hoping to either get a sac fly to
Farnese hits it to center. Ehlers camped under it, though. He makes a nice read on it to make the catch for out number 2. That one hit pretty well, but
what I was going to say there is he was hoping to like get a sac fly, maybe advance a runner to third or get a base hit, but ends up in the favor of Keene just hitting it straight to center fielder in a line drive. So runner on second wasn't able to move on.
Tommy Ehlers been putting in that OT in center field. He has been catching everything that's been tossed to him.
Yeah, right and center have been just double overtime with just running around today.
Yeah, Shea's been doing nothing.
Maybe he'll get something here from the number 9 man, Parker, who's going to lay down a bunt, actually. Yakum fields it quickly and fires in time. Nicely done to get the speedy Parker to end the inning. And we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Jake Yakum still pitching a shutout.
I worked in HVAC when I was in high school, and I really liked being on a job site. When Keene State came to my high school, the admissions counselor told me I could have a job on a job site and also make a difference on people's lives. He said being a safety engineer meant I could work with my hands, but also make sure that everybody was going to be home safely at the end of the day. The safety field is growing rapidly because companies are noticing that keeping their workers healthy means that they can keep their workers working. My plan is to graduate from Keene State so I can get back onto a job site as a safety engineer. It's great because there's jobs to choose from all over the United States, so I can basically go anywhere I want. Keene State is giving me the tools to make that happen.
Tommy Ehlers leading off the bottom of the 8th. Keene State with a commanding 7-run lead here. They're maybe even trying to add on.
If you're Keene, you're just going to want to just keep adding runs, keep tiring out their pitchers.
First pitch misses low for a ball. Still Ethan Nowak out there. The Beacons have used now 3 pitchers here in this first game. Nowak, of course, the latest, but did work a clean 8th inning, and that one swung on and missed. And the run that did come in to score for him was not earned. Charged that to Curtis, the last man out of the bullpen, and Ehlers falls behind 1-2 with a foul there. Softball about to get underway on the other field against Western Connecticut State. 1-2. Out of play, or that one bounced in the dirt.
Very crowded in this room.
It's that way during both baseball and softball. It's been a good year certainly a good start for softball. new coach Haley Chandler.
Got an opportunity to talk to Coach Chandler during basketball season. She was very, very optimistic for this season. And pretty much everything that she said about this season has come true. So far, at least.
What were some of the things she said?
So, well, some of the things you see that she really wanted to bring like the optimism and happiness back to like some of like the way that they were playing. She really wanted to revamp that kind of starting lineup. But so far, and she said that she just really wanted to get back to winning because she said one of the things she said is that everything that you do, you need to do with the thought of winning. And I always thought that was pretty cool. So, and they've been doing a lot of it. Really have one of the best starts that they've had in recent years, and so far everything that she said has really come true.
Yeah, 11-9, just came off a sweep against Fitchburg State, and I believe, if I remember correctly, they only won 9 games last year, so they've already surpassed that win total easily. Ahlers looks at ball 4, and he's aboard. Once again, that's been a common theme in this first game, a lot of leadoff base runners for the Owls, and a lot of leadoff walks, too.
And full counts.
And full counts.
And full counts, Cody.
As the old adage goes, usually nothing good comes of a leadoff walk, and that's certainly continued here in this one.
We got Chatfield.
Chatfield is giving 1 and 2 with a walk. Going to try to lay down a bunt here, but misses. He's probably going to try to do it again. Maybe a little bit dribbler to left. This is the third base line.
Yeah, Chatfield's looked at ball 4 actually a couple of times. Has also struck out and singled. They'll throw back over to check on Ahlers, easily back in. See if he runs here. He does have a stolen base in this game. Had that one stolen like all the way. Tougher to get a jump though here with the lefty Nowak.
Lefties are dangerous to steal because you don't need to pivot or anything. They just throw it. So there's no indication for you to just get back.
Nowak's losing it a little bit. Looking a little like his focus is being drained.
And if you're Nowak in this situation, just can't worry too much about Ahlers over at first. He does look him back and now throws over. Pretty lob.
Hop up to
he does indeed care about Ahlers at first.
That reminded me of like how John Lester used to throw to first. He never could throw to first base.
Lester, that's a name I haven't heard.
Had to just lob it over all the time because almost had the yips. Even as a lefty, I mean, still a challenge.
You're a funny guy, Ryan. John Lester.
Those were the days, man. John Lester, Clay Buchholz. Well, at least early on, Clay Buchholz.
Hey.
Josh Beckett.
Watch your mouth.
2-1 will be made by Nowak, and Ahlers is going. The throw is
in there.
Not in time.
Another steal for Ahlers. 2 on the day.
That's his second of the ball game.
I don't know. That's just tough because you just kind of you have a 2-2 pitch count. You're in good spirits, kind of on the upswing in the inning, and then he just steals the base. It's got to feel a little demoralizing.
Yeah, Nowak's working with 2-2, no outs, runner on second. That's another tough spot for UMass here.
And he's a lefty, so like he's not going to be able to even face him if he goes to third.
2-2 outside and a ball 3, and the count now full. Once again, you mentioned it, Cody, a lot of full counts today. Look at that, we got another one.
I love full counts. Makes the game anxious. Makes the batter and the pitcher just nervous of what's going to happen next. They get in their own heads and each other's heads.
Full count, pitch from Nowak. Popped foul and out of play by Chatfield. So again, game 2 will be coming up about 30 or so minutes after this one. So you don't know who the starters for each side will be yet. Here's a 3-2 once again from Nowak. Ahlers dancing around at second base, trying to play some head games. And Chatfield lines it. What a catch. That's second base by Nick Farnese. Wow, he robbed Chatfield right there, and just a terrific play.
It's going to happen eventually. UMass has been making those Superman stunts all game, trying to stop balls, and it was eventually going to happen, and look at that. Farnese does it. That was an amazing catch.
I didn't know if he would hold on to it or not. It kind of snow coned for a second, but he does. And now here's Zena, one away after sharp contact there from Chatfield, but nothing to show for it thanks to the great play by Farnese. He's going to throw back to second. I don't really know why. He seems to be bothered a lot by Ehlers right now.
I was going to say that he just kind of seems like he feels a little slighted by Ehlers' little theatrics that he's been doing at the bases. Because I think that Ehlers understands he can get under his skin, that's one. He's a lefty, that's two. So if he gets to third, then it's just going to be even tougher.
Outside, Zena takes ball one.
I wouldn't be surprised if he at least tries to steal third. There's only one out.
I wouldn't steal third.
You never know. Especially if it's a wild pitch.
Well, if it gets away, for sure, he can easily get there. Yeah. Especially with this backstop. Good amount of room. 1-0 from Nowak is high.
Not many people steal third, JJ.
Hey, you never know. You never know. I've seen it.
And usually when it happens, they're like real speedsters.
Beacons do have action in the bullpen.
Oh, look at that. We had a softball already in the field.
Oh, yep. First of probably many this afternoon.
Softball is underway.
Landed in foul territory as they get going there against WestCon. 2-0 though from Nowak. Not close inside.
Zena takes ball three. Yeah. 3-0 count to Zena. Zena probably doesn't have the green light here, so he's probably just going to keep the bat on his shoulders.
Ethan Reyna is on deck. He's had a good day at the plate. 3-0.
Yeah.
That one will get in there. Owls trying to snap a 19-game losing streak to the Beacons and get their first win over them again in 11 years. Here's the 3-1 again from Nowak. Ball four, not close. So a couple walks now in the inning.
And Zena gets on base for the first time this game. Great at-bat by Zena. Just patient, just watching the ball.
They're not trying to do too much. Really nothing good there at all from Nowak. We'll see if he continues to run into trouble.
Oh, there's another one.
We got another softball in the field.
I feel like this is going to be happening a lot.
Keep it down, guys.
And then vice versa, you get baseballs going on the field.
This is going to be a lot of stoppage time for baseball and softball. It's just interfering with each other's games.
So here's the first pitch to Reyna. Fouls it back.
Big swing and a miss.
Off of Meager.
Well, not a swing and a miss, just a big foul tip miss.
Luckily for Meager, that one got the knee protectors. Reyna in an RBI spot, though. First and second, one out. Already 7-0 Owls here in the bottom of the eighth. And again, he looks back Ehlers. Ehlers is really getting under his skin right now.
He's really peeving him off.
Nowak is very concerned about Ehlers. Maybe it's because he's a lefty looking at second, but it's just not sitting right with Nowak.
I'm telling you, I just don't think he likes how Ehlers is messing with him. And Ehlers is messing with him. Ehlers knows exactly what he's doing right now.
Yeah, he knows it's getting to him, though. And he just, I guess, continue doing it.
Reyna takes strike two, 0-2 count. Nowak, not a terrible inning this so far. One out, runners on second and first.
Continues to look at Ehlers, and nice stop there behind the dish by Meager. Would obviously suspect that Jake Yakum will try to go the complete game in game one. His pitch count obviously not very high at all. Has only allowed 4 hits throughout this game. And now 1-2 from Nowak. Outside for a ball.
Nowak is completely off his game right now.
Yeah, and Ehlers is definitely, I think, messing with his head.
I don't know why he's just so focused on him, though. Because at this point, he's not going to, as Cody said, he's not going to run to third. If you're just worried about him just like dancing at second, then like you're just focusing on the wrong thing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There's a 2-2 outside. Another good stop.
His goal here should be focusing at the batter at home.
Yeah, no, focus at the batter.
Ayler shouldn't be in your mind whatsoever.
No. I know he shouldn't even really be looking at him.
Oh.
Another one.
Another softball. Yeah, we're going to eventually we'll have to, I think, add in a graphic.
I think we need like a net.
We can't afford that.
Softballs on the field.
There's a giant metal fence.
Can't afford no graphics, man.
Well, I think we got it.
It's not in the budget.
Not in the budget. 3-2.
Well, we didn't put that in the budget.
Coming into Reyna. Ewers continues to dance around. Ball 4.
Oh my God.
He was ahead of Reyna 0-2.
Wow.
And he throws 4 straight balls to Wacom.
The shortstop, number 19.
And now Otis
that
Filet.
bat by Reyna.
Yeah, I know.
Just to come back from an 0-2 count to just work a walk. I mean, that was Ayler's doing his job at second, just working his way in his mind. We'll see Nowak.
This is going to do it for Nowak as well, as the bases are loaded, and we're going to get another pitching change. It'll be the 4th pitcher to enter for UMass-Boston. We'll take a quick break and have it up for you next on the Owls Media Network.
Ignite your athletes. Empower your coaches. Rally your community. Support every team with one solution with the Huddle Athletic Department package. You put all your school's coaching tools under one roof. From recording to analyzing to sharing, with your Huddle AD package, you cover every angle. Equal access means equal opportunity, and equal opportunity means full potential. Let's take your department to the next level.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships, attendance is encouraged, passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
Welcome back. Want to pet that dog?
You love that dog, don't you?
Dude, I'm a big dog fan.
Oh, don't worry.
Who doesn't love dogs?
I have 2 myself.
Bad people.
Got 1 at home.
Hey, if you don't like dogs, I don't trust you.
So Robert,
putting that out there.
Robert Hiort will take over on the mound here for UMass-Boston.
Kevin Durant number guy.
This year, he's made 6 appearances, has a 15.75 year earned run average.
Keene also does have a player in the bullpen right now warming up, probably for a closing position here.
Actually, I don't know if that's Yakum throwing.
I would assume that Yakum's going to close the game.
Yeah, it is Yakum throwing, just getting some pitches in during this long break, I think.
you gotta let him finish this game out.
Oh, of course. So Hiort will get Otis Filet with the bases loaded and 1 out. Already 7-0 Owls. They've had a couple multi-run innings which have given them this lead.
We were talking about the mercy rule a little bit more. If Keene State can get themselves up to 10 runs by the end of this inning, then game will be over.
Yeah, 10 after 7 is the mercy rule here in Division III, at least in the LEC, as Filet comes in to greet Hiort. Again, a very high ERA, 15.75. 6 appearances this year, and has walked more than he struck out, 4-3 in that category.
Hey, batter.
First pitch, Filet goes after it and fouls it.
York coming in again with another bases loaded situation.
York, the 4th man to throw out of, or the 3rd man out of the Beacons bullpen today, but the 4th total pitcher. 0-1. Bounced in the dirt. Nice stop by Meager. He keeps it in front of him.
Meager's been a
Taylor's thought about it.
Meager's been a wall at home plate today.
Yeah, he has been very good behind the dish.
And with the runs on the board right now, that's what you want out of your country. Just a defensive wall behind home plate.
So Filet trying to come through. 1 for 4, does have a hit, but also 2 strikeouts, and he looks at a ball there. And we've seen a lot of the freshman Anthony DiGiacomo, but this is what we saw a lot last year. We saw a lot of Otis Fillet, played very well. 2-1 from Hjort. That one fired in there.
2-2 count to Fillet. Fillet's going to be extending his batter's box a little bit, trying to protect.
Only one out, too, so it's not really, really important for this one, but you do want to try to get ahead, try to get on base.
Popped up.
Good
over
bye.
left field side. That's out of play. Yeah, way out of here. Look out, you got some vehicles over there. don't think it's going to reach that far necessarily, but it'll be another 2-2 to Fillet. Ehlers at third, Zena at second, and at first is Reyna, and that's ball 3. Another full count.
Full counts, man. They're haunting UMass today.
Yep.
Whether that's just the pitchers just working themselves up and just throwing outside, working around the batters, or just pitch command isn't there today.
Hjort trying not to walk him, and he will. Another run walked in by the Beacons, and Ehlers will score from third. It's now 8-0.
I believe that's half of our runs today on walks.
Yeah, they have just not been on in this first game around the plate.
Half of your runs on walks is crazy.
I got to be real. That was a problem for the Owls a couple years ago. It would often be the other way around.
Oh boy!
Goes after that one. Does Verano and dunks it into center field, the base hit. This is going to score, I believe, 2 runs, and that is going to be the ball game, I believe, with the mercy rule.
Yep.
And the Owls snap the losing streak to UMass-Boston.
Big way.
In a huge way, they win this one in game 1 by a final of 10-0. An absolute stunner for UMass-Boston. Coming in was 6-1 in the conference. The Owls take game 1 and improve now to 2-2 in the LEC. We'll be right back in about 30 to 40 minutes for game 2 here on the Owls Media Network. Stay tuned.
They look so sluggish. Right, that guy.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast and thank you for watching.